Now, as a young barber in your first shop, what was one of the most valuable lessons you learned early on?
One of my most valuable lessons I learned early on was I needed license.
You know, I'm the guy that was going to ask. I was going to ask that question. You know, is license really?
Look at him, he's laughing. You know,
yeah. I'm laughing, man, and me, man. My son is a barber, and me and my wife, we sent him to school, and he cut with me, man. But you know, we done went through knockdown and drag outs, man. For real. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was one of the most valuable lessons that I learned, is that I couldn't continue without the sacrifice of the school to get my license.
Absolutely.
And can you please just elaborate as to why you needed license? What happened?
I needed license. I needed license because, you know, it's a state requirement. And also, I couldn't grow because I didn't have, we didn't have back then, we didn't have the tools to skip steps. Like social media helps you skip steps of professionalism because you can betray a professional image and not have all of the professional tools. So back then, you couldn't do that. You just had to go in there and grind and take a chance on state board or anybody that's coming in there, and that shop getting fined and you getting fined and not having the opportunity to get paperwork then.
Absolutely.
So that was crazy. You know, I had one incident, like I had stopped. I said, okay, I'm gonna go back to school. Because the state board people came in and they never caught me. Okay. But I escaped. I said, I'm going back to school. I'm not gonna let this stop me. Right. So I went back to school and I said, I'm gonna finish. And I went back to school and I would work, and I moved that from that shop to another shop. Okay. So I was working in that shop, but I would go to work every day after 4 p.m. So I would go to work after 4 p.m. after the state board people would close. I would work from 4 to like 2 in the morning on a Tuesday. Wow. 4 to like 1:30 on a Wednesday. 4 to like 3 on a Thursday. Wow. 4 to 4 on a Friday. Right. You know, it was just, it was so much. And I'll never forget, I finally had finished school. And I had got my license, and I was in the shop cutting, and the state board guy came in, and he said, "Oh, he called my license." He said, he was like, "So you finally got your license."
So they knew you didn't have them because of the name. That's crazy.
They knew I didn't. Yeah, he knew I didn't have, but he didn't know how I looked, or he didn't know. He just knew my name. He didn't know how I looked, because sometimes he would come in and I would just break down and sit down like I'm a client. So he couldn't never put, long as you're not behind the chair, he can't do anything. Right. So I would break down, make it like nothing there. And I would sit down, and he would come in and look. He'd ask the owner, is anybody working back there? She'd be like, no, nobody working back there. I'll go back there time and time and cut his when I get ready. That's what she would say. But when I finally got my license, and I sat there, and he came in and he said, so you finally got your license. Right. Guess what I came back and told him? What? So I finally get to meet the person I've been running from all these years.
Man, in our game, it's almost like hustlers running from the feds.
I promise, man. I was like, I was so happy. Like, you pulling me over, I got driver's license. Right.
That's what's up.
Thank you for watching. If you want to see more of this clip, head to our YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast channels to check out the full episode.
Tryna cut my way out.